Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones back with a new Man Law video. Right now I'm recording this on the GoPro Hero 3 Plus, sitting on top of a box of finishing nails, which is also on top of my laptop. And the topic of this video is going to be Man Law, knowing when to lead and when to follow. Uh, I figured I'd touch on this topic because I think it'd be good advice, at least a good reminder for those who already know, and a good just a little lesson for those who may be in the dark about on the matter. But I work around a lot of guys. I worked around a lot of guys. Various jobs I've had, um, you know, mechanic and kitchens and things like that. And normally, it'll be a team. It'll be a team of us, and there's a crucial element when it comes to having a team. When you have a team, you're gonna have those who can lead, and when I say lead, I mean they lead effectively. You know, they know, uh, they have a plan for the group, they have or for the team, and they have a set of instructions that they will give to try to to coordinate things, to make things go in a certain direction. And then you have, and mind you, no one should be no one should be. It's not to make fun of anybody because as the saying goes, you can't lead unless you follow. You have those who know, when to follow, and then they take instruction from others, and they execute plans that have been set up by the guys who are leading. Now, just because you're a leader doesn't mean that you just dictate and don't do anything else. All right, that's being a boss. I remember in I think I saw in someone's office they had, there's a difference between a boss and a leader. Is a boss dictates, while a leader actually is in the forefront for his group and leading the team through whatever task they have to accomplish. So this video, I wanted to just do a short video on addressing, you know, that addressing the topic of knowing when to lead and when to follow. One of my favorite movies that has the character Harry Callahan, aka Dirty Harry, is Magnum Force. And there's a line from the movie is that a man's got to know his limitations. See, in knowing your limitations, you know what capacity you're able to function under. You also know what your capabilities are. You know in certain areas that you can lead, and if you can lead and lead effectively, then you should dominate in those areas. You should have the drive to take charge when necessary. Because there are people they want to get something done, but they don't know of a way to go about doing it. But if you know of a way, then step up. It should it's show confidence, show that you, but don't assume that that you can't make a mistake, because we're all human. We do make mistakes, and first thing to try to avoid mistakes is knowing your limitations, knowing knowing what's going beyond your capacity, and knowing when you may be slacking off. That you know yourself going well. That you say, I can do much better, and I can do much better in this area than I'm doing right now, and because other people will see that, and they will want to follow you because they see that you have you have the confidence of showing that you know what you're doing. And in the aspect of following, if you're unsure, or rather not unsure, but if you know yourself well enough to know that you have no expertise, or that you have less expertise in a certain area than the next guy, then you say, hey, listen, you know more about this than I do. How about you come up with a plan? Or you come up with a game plan for for me or for us to follow, and we can accomplish this mission. And so that also what that does is, for those who do have those who are suitable for leadership in a particular area, the type of people that follow them can give them some type of reassurance. Let them know that, hey, listen, you're not in this by yourself. You're not in the front by yourself. We got your back. Just if you give us. I notice we do things better this way, but I bring it to your attention so you can make the final call. And what that does is it shows a person who is leading that they are not, in it by themselves, and not, they're not alone in the endeavor. That they actually have the support of the people that they are leading, the people that they are leading. That they have the backing of the people that are behind them. And the reason I want to incorporate this into a man law video is because, well, being a leader or having quality, having knowing when to lead, from my experience, it does take it takes a certain level of confidence that may come off as being may come off as being let's see, somewhat bullheaded, but stubborn, or it may seem unclear to other people. But if you can, give short, give just enough information for them to go along with your plan. And if you're confident, if you have if you show the confidence that's inside you, they'll be more apt to follow you, because hey, this guy, he has a plan. I may not see what he sees, but I'm gonna follow along with him. I'm gonna follow the instructions he gives and see where this goes. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make in the leadership position, and I found out about this many years ago. I was an academic. It was my first time ever being captain of academic challenge team back in junior high, and there was a Lord of the Rings question, and so I had to confer with my other teammates, and they had to give me answers. So I had all three of these answers coming at me, and I couldn't pick one, so I said no answer. And what I learned is, oh, and we did win that match, by the way. It was our first match of the season. But what I did learn was, it's best if you make a bad call than make no call at all. Because if you can't make any type of call and then somehow back it up with some type of reasoning behind it, even though the call may be it may be fine, they may find out in the end that the call was the wrong one. At least you stuck with it. At least you gave some type of certainty when there wasn't any, and you led your team into a certain direction. You didn't just have them high and dry and have them sitting there like, well, wondering what's going on. Why is he giving any good instruction? Why isn't he leading? And then it goes down to, why are we following this guy? He seems incompetent. Now in the following aspect, you can't assume that just because you're following that you have that you don't bear any responsibility in any part of the team's progress or any part of the team's failures. You're part of that team, and you're giving support to the guy who's leading the team. So you can't just sit in the back and say, well, I'm gonna let him do all the work, since he wants to be in charge. And no, he's in charge because he's depending on you guys to have his back. And these are things that that I've learned with working with other men, that if you can lead, lead effectively, lead with confidence, know your limitations. Same thing if you're going to follow someone, know what your limitations are, know what your standards are, what you can and cannot abide with. Knowing when to step up and give suggestion to help the guy up front, show him that he's not by himself. Because we don't want a bunch of guys out there who, that's related to SHTF. You have someone out there who hoists himself up as being the leader, but really he's just a boss. He has no leadership ability. All he does is tell people what to do and doesn't want to take part in the work. Wants to take all the credit, wants to shift all the blame to someone else. And you don't want to be that follower who grumbles and moans, who's envious of the guy who's up front, not knowing that the guy up front is actually having a pretty hard time because you're not doing what you should be doing and backing him up, which is it's a pretty bitch-made move to make. But I figured let's do this video. Hope you guys are doing well. If you like this video, please, I encourage you to check out my older videos. I hope to have more man law videos as time goes by. If you got any ideas that you want to throw my way, I did get a few. We'll do more videos on the future, but I figured let's do this video right now. If you want to support the channel, go to my homepage and look for the "Give Up That Cheese" button, and you can donate any dollar amount you want to help keep this channel going. Maybe with the money I can use the money to further other projects to show you guys out there on YouTube. Any gripes, complaints, you know the deal. Send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address them. That's my video, another Man Law video. Knowing the lead, win follow. I'm Edward Jones. Thanks for watching.